The topic, today's topic, is unity of Jewish people. The found is a subline insight found in Smag 9. The source of the Talmud Yerushalmi Nedarim 9:4. So Smag, I think it's list of the mitzvahs, count of 613 mitzvahs. Well, at least one of them. So it says, okay. Suppose a man were walking along the path, and one of his feet would trip over the other, causing him to fall to the ground and suffer cuts and bruises. Would he seek to revenge of the guilty foot and refrain from trying to heal the wounds? Would he harbor any will toward the foot? Obviously not. For his feet, hands, face, etc. are all parts of one body, of his own. If anything, he might reflect upon his deeds and view his sins as a true cause of his mishap. So let's do it again. I mean, we all heard this parable, but let's try to see, maybe we're going to learn something new. So one more time. Suppose the men were walking along the path, and one of his feet would trip over the other, okay, causing him to fall to the ground and suffer cuts and bruises. So he was walking, he tripped, one foot tripped over the other. So meaning it's his fault, right? He's not going to punish one foot because it was guilty of all of this damage, right? Would he seek to revenge the guilty double quotes, foot and refrain from trying to heal the wounds? Meaning, very interesting. Meaning, would he revenge of the guilty foot and refrain from trying to heal the wounds, its wounds? Its wounds in a keyword, meaning the wounds on this foot. Right? Okay, not on the whole body, but specifically on that foot. Okay. Would he harbor ill will toward that foot? Obviously not. For his feet, hands and face, etc., all parts of the same body, his own. Right? Meaning it's one in the same body, and even one part falters, like the whole body suffers, of course, but does not mean that we should neglect that part of the body. Okay. Obviously not. For his feet, if anything, he might reflect upon his deeds and review his sins, and as a true cause of mishap. So that's what we always say. So the problem is with a person, with his misdeeds, right? So all of the suffering, right? It's not because of this, not because of that, not because of this neighbor or this relative or cat or something, right? Or roaches or something. It's because of us. Okay. Continue. Similarly, if the neighbor refuses to do a favor that one has asked of him, or even if he caused one headache or has shamed him in any way, one should not seek revenge to bear a grudge against him. For who is oneself and who is one's fellow? Both of them stem from the same source, as it is written, and who is like your nation Israel, one nation on earth. It's Divrei Yamim 17:21. Okay, so let's do this again, right? Similar, neighbor refuses to do a favor that one has asked him. So meaning, talking about favor that the neighbor is capable of doing. It's not like we did not ask him something like crazy, something like he would do, he might do, right? And then somebody just recently told me, so he asked somebody to do, and person, no, I'm too lazy, I apologize, I'm too tired. And it was, I think, a day off or something. The other person got very upset. I mean, okay. So I told him, don't get upset, do whatever you need to do, just leave him alone. You understand? Don't bear grudge. Okay. So, right, ask. or even if he causes one headache, right? So causes one headache, has shame him in a way. He, I don't know, play music very loud. So, right? So it's crazy. We had the neighbors, not Baruch Hashem, they moved out, but they were here for a few weeks, and they had parties like every few days. The whole family, it's crazy, right? But Baruch Hashem, they're no longer there. But it's very possible to have headaches from all these parties. Okay, so even then, right? Or shame him in any way. Also, it's even worse than all of them, right, combined. One should not seek revenge or bear grudge against him. Why? For who is oneself and who is one's fellow. Again, we're talking about fellow. So fellow, it's very important. That's what most of the people drop out of description. Fellow is your fellow in a Torah and mitzvahs. Others are not our fellow. That may be somebody else's fellow, but not our fellows. Both stem from the same source, as it is written, and who is like your nation, Israel, one nation on earth. So, continue. The Torah states, all of the souls of the house of Yaakov who came to Egypt 70. It's Bereshis 46:27. We just learned it not too long ago. Right? So all of the souls are 70. The Hebrew word for the souls is neshamas. Yet, in this verse, the singular form nefesh is used. Okay, alluding the fact that in heaven the souls of people of Israel are like one. Right, so meaning they came as one family, one soul. Okay, each Jewish soul were part of each Jewish soul, while the part of the whole is distinct and unique. So that's very interesting statement, right? So on one hand, it's they're all the same. On another hand, it's not the same, right? It's distinct and unique. Like a person whose body is a single unit, comprised of many individual parts, each with its own distinct and unique function. All Jewish souls are eventually be gathered to one source beneath the heavenly throne, right? Okay, let's continue then with the throne. As it is written, and the souls of my master shall be bound in a bond of life. It's from Shmuel 25:29. It is only in this world where each soul is clothed with a physical body and is involved in its own personal matters, then one sees itself as distinct entity apart from his fellow Jew. In truth, however, all Jews are one in very real sense. Okay, so let's go a little back and we see. So we said that Yaakov came as one soul. Okay. So one, and then we said yes, like same each Jewish soul. It's like a part of the body, right? You have one body, yeah, but it consists of many parts. Right, and which is distinct and unique. Okay. Each with its own distinct and unique function. So from here we're going to review. All Jewish souls are eventually be gathered in one source beneath the throne of heaven, as it is written. So that's the source of all Jewish souls. Other souls I do not know. And the souls of the master shall be bound in the bond of life. So I think it's Abigail. From Shmuel, I think it's Abigail was talking to David. That's if I remember correctly, right? And the soul of my master, meaning David, shall be bound by bond of life, meaning that it should live in a world to come. That's if I remember correctly. That's the explanation. It is so. It's a big blessing. So she started her negotiation basically not to kill her husband. Okay, Navos. No, it was Navos. Different name. Okay, I don't remember. It is only in this world where each soul is clothed in his own physical body and involved in its own personal matters. So very interesting. In this world, every soul has a body, right, to perform its function. But when people going up the heaven, they don't have body unless you're Eliyahu and Navi. Right? According to some opinion, he went with the body. According to other opinion, he did not went with the body. Okay. So there, since there is no body, there is no matter, so that their soul is more, like, it's more visible. The way I understand, there is one. Right? A person matter, the one sees himself as distinct apart from his fellow Jew. In truth, however, all Jews are the one and very same real sense. Okay. So because part of the one.
Next question. When Kabbalah previously mentioned that the 70 souls that came down to Egypt were called in the singular as Nefesh, why was the higher aspect of Neshama not used instead? Did Israel only receive their Neshamot as Sinai?
So here when I say that's a very good question. So nefesh is more as a person, not is more than a physical level, right? It is true. So we came there as a physical being, not on the spiritual. Okay, spiritual. Of course, you cannot travel, but we travel as a people. Right, so a person cannot be spiritual in their heart, or be religious in their heart. Right? It's our religion is a religion of actions. Of course, there are some things that I done in the heart, or I forbidden done to do in the heart, like to have a grudge. Right? It's in the heart, but Sefer Chinuch actually explain no, the grudge, according to some opinion, it's when you take an action. So you have the idea, and then you devise some plan, and you start taking an action. That's a grudge. But anyway, but in general, we are religious on action. So meaning to say no, it's very good if I'm going to move there, and it's going to be amazing. No, you just pick up yourself, your family, and you're going. So it's like physical move. Like that person that I know, they used to come to our house, and then it was too much. I mean, it was waste of time. Some people, unfortunately, I needed many years to prove to myself that what our sages say is just waste of time. So it's better to spend your energy, your life on somebody else who is has a lesser to it, like a clip on them. Understand? So this guy said, no, you know what, I am planning to go to Yisrael. I said, go. But you know what, I have now only 1 week, but I have to do this deal, and I have to finish this and that. So I think if I wait till the summer, until the summer, I for sure is going to finish this, I would be able to go for 2 months. I said, yeah, but go now for 1 week. Maybe you're not going to like it. So why wait? Of course, that's what I tell him. But he said, no, why should I go for 1 week if I can go to 2 months and I have to pay the travel expense, all of these Yetzer Hara things. And guess what? He never went. Like 7 years, 8 years later, I said, so, but I just remember, he started the conversation because I annoyed him so many times, I stopped. So I said, so he said, you remember asking me about Shiur? Yes. He said, you know what, now I'm thinking about it, I never went. Never. So he always postponed it for a better time, for the best opportunity, to spend the 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, and guess what? Never went. Right. So, but Judaism is about action. So I can go to yeshiva or to class for 15 minutes because I'm sick, because I have fever. So I'm going to join the class for 15 minutes. I'm not going to you know how many times I can. No, you know why I did not join. You know why I did not do this. I'm going to tell because I could not have a perfect concentration because I have this thing going in my job, and that's why I did not join. You did everything else. That's you understand, because you have to. I love these speeches. You have to learn Torah with dedication, with pure mind, with perfect concentration. Right? Hashem said no. You just learn Torah, and if you can achieve concentration, that's great. If not, so you work on concentration. Still continue to learn Torah. As we saw, right? Angel was sent to take Eliyahu Hanavi by Hashem himself, and he could not. Why? Because they converse in Torah. That's it. Two human beings. Angel could not get involved. Right. So it's. I think I found it very powerful. Like many pieces from this medrash. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.